Good morning. Well, it is January 19th. It's a little after 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm in the town of Bisbee, Arizona. And I've never done like a daily vlog, but I thought this would be a really cool town to maybe do something like this in and try this format out and see if everybody likes it. So let me know in the comments below if this works or not. But yeah, this is a really cool town. It's was founded in 1880. And it is known for its copper mining. So there's a big copper mining area just outside of town here, and I went to something called the Lavender Pit this morning and I checked that out. So now I'm just in the town walking around. Most of the shops are closed, but I'm trying to find an open restaurant because I am pretty hungry. I got up around 6:30 this morning to catch sunrise, and I stayed at a wildlife area last night, and where it's known to have about 20,000 cranes take off in the morning to go feed, and so that was a very cool sight to see. So we're gonna walk around this town a little bit and I'll show you guys around. There is evidence of it being a mining town kind of all over. You have these kind of old mining equipment like this one just kind of out and about. I love this old building. It's very cool. 1902. And I love these lights up here in this architecture. Very cool. So just kind of check out some of these shops. Some of these shops are incredibly cool. I can't wait to go in some of these. This store I'm really excited to go into when it opens up. It is a, well, let's see. Oh, it used to be, oh, look at that. It used to be a JCPenney's. But now it is, oh, there it is. I was looking for the sign. Classic Rock Culture. Hopefully you can see that. And it just has a lot of old 70s clothing. Hopefully the reflection. I love this jacket. Another one. Just very cool. And they have music playing in there, so they may be open, so I'm gonna check them out. That store was very, very cool. Didn't quite feel right having the camera in there, videotaping. Plus the girl had some really loud music playing in there. So I just didn't videotape while I was in there, but still a very cool place. This whole town, it's just got a great little vibe to it. It's just a lot of old shops, but also mixed in with a lot of new ones. Very eclectic. And yeah, it's just a lot of culture and a lot of history here, you can tell. All right, well, breakfast was very, very good. I had a breakfast sandwich. That's actually how it was spelled on the menu, S-A-M-M-I-C-H. So I had a breakfast sandwich, excuse me. I had coffee and I had orange juice. So very nice. I usually make breakfast every morning, but I just didn't feel like it today. It was cold, and you know, sometimes you just need to give yourself a break and treat yourself. So that was great. Bisbee is a very cool town, but after walking around for like an hour or so, I am now headed over to Tombstone. So I'm going to see The actual place where Wyatt Earp, Doc Holliday, and several cowboys got into the infamous OK Corral gunfight. So that would be very cool. But I just remembered I'm going to stop by one more place here in Bisbee, and it is called Erie Street. And I don't know if I should be scared by that name or not, but it looks very kind of old. Not as old as the old part of Bisbee where I'm at now. Not as historic. It looks more like something more out of the 50s. Has a lot of old 50s cars and stuff in their pictures on TripAdvisor. So I'm going to check that out, and then I'm going to head into Tombstone. All right, so that is the copper mining right there. It's called the Lavender Pit here in town. And if you come over here to the left, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There are remnants of these old mining equipment kind of left behind. And I'm pretty sure this was called the Crusher. And basically what it did is up a giant conveyor belt, it would bring up giant rocks and then break them down to smaller rocks. And then I think they hauled the smaller rocks and gravel kind of away from here. And I don't believe this is in use anymore. I believe I read that it was just remnants, what's left. Still very kind of cool to see. All right, so this is Erie Street. And this is very cool. I don't know if it'll come through in video as well, but there is a lot of these old cars. Ooh, my finger's in the way. Scroll in. And the whole street just really feels like it's taken right out of the 50s. It doesn't look like anything's ever been really much restored here. You still have a lot of the old signs. I love this sign over here. Apparently I'm in Lowell? I'm gonna go with Lowell. And you just have this old signage and old beat up cars. And it just really looks like yeah, it just right out of the pages of a 50s movie feel. Old gas pumps. I don't know if these gas pumps are all originals, because there's quite a few of them on the street. Maybe this street was known more for being a place to service your automobile, because there's another one across the street. I've already passed two on this side of the street, and there's another one way over there. Or if this was all brought in later on to give it more of a feel to this part of town. And we have kind of like a newer bus over here on the right. And then I love this old Greyhound on the left. Yeah. Very, very cool feeling. I love all these homes just kind of scattered out throughout the hills here. It's very cool looking. Well, all right. Well, I've left the town of Bisbee and I am now in Tombstone, Arizona. Yes, the Tombstone, setting for the infamous 1993 movie of the same name, starring Kurt Russell,
Come to Daddy,
and Val Kilmer. This town is most famous for the very famous, I'm going to say famous a couple times here. And of course, this town is famous for the gunfight that went down at the OK Corral, where I think 3 cowboys lost their lives and 2 of the Earp brothers were shot and wounded.
women folk were sorry. The men stood round and cried, Dooley on the mountain, he lies there all alone. They put a jug beside him and a barrel for a stone. Dooley, slip a dollar, Dooley, trying to make a dollar, Dooley. Give me swallow and pay you back someday. Dooley, slip a dollar, Dooley, trying to make a dollar, Dooley. Give me swallow and I'll pay you back someday. I'll pay you back someday. I'll pay you back someday.
Cowboys were looking for a fight. Now you've got it.
Throw up your hands. We're here for your guns. No, wait.
Holliday! I got one left for you, you filthy looker!
Blaze away, Frank. You're a daisy if you do. You're no daisy at all.
I see you moving, boy. You give me that gun. Take Wyatt and leave me be!
Well, I just left the OK Corral, and they do daily reenactments of the gunfight that is now world famous, and which 3 cowboys died and 2 of the Earp brothers were badly wounded. The gunfight only lasted 30 seconds, and around 30 shots were fired. You can see it in the original location, although I guess there's conflicting reports on how much of the fires that happened in late 1880s burned down some of the area. There was 2 great big fires in this area, 1881 and 1882, and apparently some of that original area burned down. Maybe the original OK Corral burned down, but the location is believed to be the same. The reenactment is $10, and for a lot of people, that probably isn't a lot, but for someone who's not working, $10 is quite a lot. I have to really consider that. However, I am a sucker for anything history, and I decided to go ahead and do it, and you get a lot for that $10, I would say. The gunfight and a little bit of the backstory to it is very good. The actors really put their all into it. The guy who played Doc Holliday was extraordinary, for sure. He definitely gets his liking from the movie, which Val Kilmer, of course, played. Overall, it's a good experience. I would recommend it if you're in the area. I think I would have regretted it if I didn't. And here's one of the actual horses that the cowboys and Wyatt Earp used to ride. Majestic. History doesn't really tell it a lot, but Wyatt Earp was such a good miniature golfer. I mean, the guy was just aces. This baby is just creepy as hell. I'm a ghost. Weird, man. This is the real air rifle that the real Doc Holliday used in the OK Corral gunfight. It smells like him. Okay, well, I am at my final destination for the night. I'm at a place called Indian Bread Rocks, and it is just amazing out here. A little bit of a washboard road to get in. It was not terrible, but definitely got a little strenuous at times. I had to come all the way back. I'm about 3.5 miles off the main road. But a lot of people out here, but all the sites are spread out pretty good, so I kind of got my own little place for the night. But today was a very good day. Woke up, saw some amazing scenery at the, that was the Whitewater Draw, little wildlife refuge. All the cranes taken off this morning. Bisbee, Arizona, very historic, very cool. Tombstone, I mean, there was no Val Kilmer or Kurt Russell there, but some damn good lookalikes, I guess. And ending the night on a great place to camp. So all in all, a very good day. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, my first ever vlog, and I guess we'll go check you on the next one. I really messed up that ending. I'm just gonna end it there.
Come to daddy.